All right, it's time for another episode of the Kevin Long Show on YouTube. I gotta come up with something better. I really do. I should work on that this week. I've been thinking about doing a series of shows on lore, and then I started talking to a coworker about missed opportunities at Wizards of the Coast, and their lore and their stories, and how, like, I know that they don't want to sell books as fat pack products anymore because they lose money, but they could do like what Warhammer does with the Black Library, and Wizards Library could be called Candlekeep because Candlekeep is a library, and they could just write books, find good writers. I mean, they already have some, and people would buy them. They could talk about whatever, like, they could do more Ravenloft books. They could do books on New Caperna and all the stuff that's happening on the streets of New Caperna. And then, so I'm thinking about all of this stuff. And then I see a YouTube video about a job posting at Wizards of the Coast, which is interesting because that's the only place I saw it was on the YouTube. And usually with my circle of friends, if there was a job posting at Wizards of the Coast, it would be all over the internet. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying I haven't seen a lot of people posting it. So maybe that means my circle has finally figured out that working at Wizards of the Coast is not the dream job that we all think it is. Anyway, they're looking for a senior storyteller because they want to develop more settings for Dungeons and Dragons. And in the job posting, it said new settings and expand settings. But Wizards of the Coast has so many places that they could go that they don't even need to hire a new person. They just need to focus for 2 minutes on what they have, because they could do a D&D setting for New Caperna. They could go to Lorwyn. Now, I don't know how good Thunder Junction would be as a setting, but it might work. The new Fast and the Furious set, it's on a but they already have death races in the book about going to hell. So I'm not sure how that would work. They could go to Innistrad, and you could argue that, well, we already have Ravenloft, but okay, they're two different places. And Ravenloft, it could work. You could have Ravenloft and Innistrad. And you could also argue that people from Innistrad would end up in Ravenloft because bad crap happens in Innistrad. There is so much that Wizards of the Coast could do if they were actually trying to do it right. And I was excuse me. I was talking to a person the other day about this idea for the books, talking about how it's weird that people believe it is a law that companies have to make as much money as possible. And then there are so many companies, i.e. Wizards of the Coast, that leave a crap ton of money on the table. And I don't know. But anyway, a series of videos on lore, probably even podcasts. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. We're going to make this happen. So for me, myself, and I, mahalo. Have a great day.